These should be easy. And just the way you look at them, they're going to be quite easy. So 3 potential barriers to communication. Within a business, as shown below, state why each may be a barrier. So they're actually giving you them. They could have asked for 3. They could have said, name 3, barriers to communication. You could have had to come up with these, but they haven't. They've given you them. So attitude of sender. Say again? Yeah, true. Sorry, I shouldn't ask you, should I? Because I'm supposed to be doing this. If the sender it doesn't really matter what it is, has a bad attitude. Sorry, what am I writing? And you could put offends the receiver, then the message won't get through. Okay, so whatever the attitude is, doesn't matter. Language used. Now, we're not necessarily talking about swearing. Okay, the sender could use jargon, terms, which, I'll tell you in 2 seconds, which the receiver won't understand. Now, jargon is specific terms. So if I go to a chemistry lesson, I'm not going to understand all the terminology. You might, but I haven't done chemistry for a long time. In business, if we talk about economies of scale, that's a jargon term. I mean, you wouldn't go to a member of the public and talk about economies of scale, because if they haven't studied business, they won't have a clue what you're talking about. So jargon is just like specific words that, a better example, I go to the car garage and they talk about parts of the engine, I have not got a clue, right? So jargon terms don't understand. To be fair though, you could actually talk about a different language there, believe it or not. You could talk about, I'm sure, if I check the mark scheme after, which we can have a look at the mark scheme on Thursday, you could talk about using a different language, so speaking in French. I know that sounds like, well, that's a bit too obvious, but it would still get you a mark, okay? Say again? Potentially, but I think we're better off with jargon or different languages.
Would you just say, like, use subject, use, like...
Words that the person doesn't understand. Yes, you could, but it's just always better to be able to use the right terms, but yes. The time when the communication is sent. So, it's dead easy. If the sender speaks to someone at 5 p.m. on a Friday, the receiver might not listen properly. Right? It really is. That's what we're talking about, timing. Or if they're in a rush, or if it doesn't matter what it is. But the example of 5 p.m. on a Friday is fine, right? So the end of the working day on a Friday, they're about to go home for the weekend, not listening properly. It's the wrong time to speak to them. Okay, and it is about timing. Or you could talk about if they're too busy, if they've got lots of other things. That could be timing. Could be how busy they are. Okay, everyone happy with that so far? Right.